are the St. Vrain Valley Schools Education Foundation, and we run further together.
Hello, everyone. My name is Josh Atherton, and I am the Executive Director with the St. Vrain Valley Schools Education Foundation. I want to thank you all for joining us today, and I want to thank my guest, Clint Stapp from Stapp Interstate Toyota, for joining me today. Hello, Clint. How you doing?
Hey, Josh. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Before we get to Clint, I just want to remind everyone, coming up on April 23rd at 6:30 p.m., that's a Friday, we're going to have our virtual Tribute to Teachers event. This is our event that we do every year to recognize our teachers in St. Vrain Valley Schools, and we're going to be streaming it this year on YouTube and Facebook. You can also go to tributelive.org to be able to catch that. We're not going to have an in-person event just due to what the current restrictions are and to be safe, but we've got a great program planned, and we'll be airing that on April 23rd, which again is a Friday at 6:30 p.m. at tributelive.org. So I want to just quickly introduce my guest here. Clint Stapp is a native of our community of Longmont here, and Clint is a graduate of Niwot High School. Go Cougars, right, Clint? And I am a graduate of Skyline, so it pains me a little bit. I'm sure it pains you a lot more, Clint, to talk to a Skyline Falcon, but that's okay. We'll put our differences to the side. Clint's actually a good friend of mine, and his wife, Ashley, have children here in St. Vrain Valley Schools. And really just want to thank you, Clint, for joining us. And also want to let everyone know that Clint is actually a relatively new board member for St. Vrain Valley Schools Education Foundation as well. So again, Clint, thank you for joining us. Clint, what I want you to do is just give me a brief history about Stapp Interstate Toyota, just a little bit of history about the business and how your family came to be having the business here locally.
Yeah, absolutely. So my father and grandfather started the dealership in 1974. They were presented an opportunity at that time. My grandfather had been in the automotive dealership business for a number of years. Presented an opportunity to open a Toyota point in Longmont, Colorado. So the whole family kind of moved down here to Longmont in the early 1970s, opened the dealership in 1974. We operated on Main Street in Longmont there in a couple different buildings from 1974 to 2007. Then in 2007, moved out here to I-25 in the Frederick area and built a brand new building. We were actually the first Image 2 Toyota dealership in the state of Colorado at that point in time. Then we've been out here since 2007. It's hard to believe how fast it's gone, but you know it's been a great transition for us into a wonderful state-of-the-art facility. I'm really fortunate to be able to provide our employees and our customers a place like this to do business. So it's really been great for us. We actually just upgraded recently, put some hail canopies outside and put some solar panels on top of those hail canopies. That's been a really great situation for us. The customers seem to really be enjoying the nice shaded lot in the summertime, and then it also gives us an opportunity to protect our vehicles. And the solar panels have been such a wonderful upgrade as well. For my brother Brian joined the family business after college, approximately in 2000. I joined then in 2009 after I graduated from the University of Montana. And my father, he's still very active within the organization. He's here about 6 days a week. You can probably pop your head and see him most times. My brother and I are the same way. And then my mother, Debbie, she handles all of our community outreach, and we'll get into the Stapp Inspires program, I'm sure, later, but she kind of heads that up for us and makes sure that everything's in line there and that we're supporting our community in any way we can. So definitely a family business. You're probably going to find a Stapp around here anytime you're by. So something we're proud of is to be family owned and operated. And really our passion here is to earn relationships that last generations. That's something that we take forward within our community outreach. That's something we take forward in our interactions with our customers, and something that we take forward with our interactions with our employees and fellow teammates. So that's really our passion. That's why we come to work every day. And it's just such a pleasure to be a part of this community and be able to make any impact that we can. So
this past year has been a very challenging year for many people due to the pandemic. Why is it important for you to support Tribute to Teachers and to recognize the teachers? Maybe the answer is obvious, but maybe to you personally, I know you and your wife, Ashley, have kids in the school district. Why is it important during this time to recognize their teachers for the work that they do?
This was an event that Josh, I believe you came out and spoke with me a number of years ago when you got started with the Education Foundation. I think this was maybe one of the first events we got going on, and to really launch that relationship. And quite frankly, a tribute to teachers is something that was an absolute no-brainer for us. As I mentioned, these are people who have been influential in my life personally. These are people who have been influential in my children's life, and these are people who are influential through children and families throughout the entire district and local area. And to be able to develop and help with a platform that can acknowledge the hard work, the effort, the long hours, the difficult situations, and all of those things that these folks handle in such an amazing fashion with such high regard that we hold them in like I said, is an absolute no-brainer. It's one of my favorite events that we do throughout the year. There's a number of them I love across a number of different organizations, but for some reason, a tribute to teachers just really pulls at my heartstrings. And it's just such an amazing opportunity, in any year. With COVID, I think specifically, this is one I'm excited for because this has presented a lot of new challenges to teachers and students. And in my experience with how this has been handled, again, the administrators, the teachers, the staff in the schools have just handled this with such grace. They have provided our students with an opportunity to continue learning, to continue to grow as people and in their education through a crazy time, quite frankly, and one that I don't think any of us could have ever imagined. And their ability to adjust on the fly, and in my interactions with teachers specifically, their caring and their drive and their willingness to put in the extra hours because of the multiple different facets in which they need to teach, and the support of the staff and the administrators has just been, quite honestly, it's been motivating to me. And so in this year specifically, I think this is just really exciting to be able to say thank you to them and to tell them how much we appreciate them in this community, because quite frankly, I don't know that teachers get that enough. So to have an event each year where we can really put them on a pedestal and give them that thank you that they deserve is just, it's amazing, and something we're so happy to be a part of. And again, I mean, just one of my all-time favorite events.
Well, again, thank you for all you do. And I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball here. What separates Stapp Interstate Toyota from all other dealerships?
Family owned and operated piece is a big one, right? You'll see a lot of the dealerships in the area or other dealerships outside of the area that they are a corporate type of platform. And we feel that there's a major advantage to having the Stapp family being such a big part of our day-to-day operations and being able to make decisions and those different types of things for our employees and our customers right off the bat. We don't have to follow a lot of those different corporate guidelines and things of that nature. Another piece that we think sets us apart in our sales department specifically, we are a beginning to end type of operation. So once you work with a sales associate, that's who you work with the entire transaction. So we don't pass you off to multiple different people throughout, have to kind of start over like some of the processes. So that's how we've been since the very beginning. We've never had a situation where we did pass off our customers from one person to another. And we feel that makes the sales process more efficient, more customer friendly, more transparent. So that's going to be a big separating factor for us there.
Tell me, why is it important for Stapp to be involved in the community? Obviously, you have the Stapp Inspires program that I think is a great program. Maybe just touch on Stapp Inspires a little bit and why it's important for your family to be involved with the community.
Absolutely. So Stapp Inspires is a program that we came up with quite a few years ago. And really our idea behind that was to provide a program where the dealership can connect to the community, connect with a number of different organizations, spotlight those organizations and what they're doing for everyone in our community, and really be a part of the growth of what's going on in this area, and trying to be a part of the solution wherever we can, and different things that can be improved upon. So Stapp Inspires has been a really good program for us to just ingrain ourselves in the community. We do a number of different organizations. We typically try to spotlight between 5 and 6 a year that we're going to make YouTube videos for, that we're going to publish blogs for, that we're going to do that different kind of stuff. We're going to support their events and things that they need and the people that they're serving in a number of different ways to bring different awareness and things of that nature. So that's Stapp Inspires has really been a vehicle for that. I think the idea came from we've been a part of this community for a long time. My mother and father have lived here for obviously a number of years since the early 1970s, and have kind of been ingrained in this part of Colorado. They're both Colorado born and raised as well. My brother and I have been were raised in this community. We've had the opportunity to grow up within the St. Vrain Valley School District. We've had the opportunity, both of us, to go away to college to other states, and then came back as soon as it was done, so that we could get ourselves back into the community. And I think we're just all very proud of where we live. We're very proud of the fact that we have a platform to help, and just try to do anything we can to be a part of what's going on in this area, and help in any way we can. So something we're really fortunate to be able to do, and something we're really proud of being able to do as well.
Well, I think that's important. I think being involved with the community, you obviously have kids in the school district as well. I know your brother does too. And, let's segue that real quick into St. Vrain Valley Schools. And I know you guys have been always great supporters of St. Vrain Valley Schools. Why is it important for you to support St. Vrain Valley Schools and also the St. Vrain Valley Schools Education Foundation?
It has been such a pleasure to be involved with St. Vrain Valley Schools, as well as the Education Foundation, for the last number of years. We've been big supporters of whether it's athletic or academic programs for a very, very long time. But as we were able to launch the Stapp Inspires program, it really took both of those relationships to another level, in my opinion, which was something we were very excited to do. As I look back, growing up and at kind of how I was molded and shaped, teachers and administrators and coaches and staff within the St. Vrain Valley School District were some of the most influential people in my life, quite frankly. I still remain very close to a number of those folks, and am really just fortunate to have grown up in an educational and athletic environment that was really just so amazing, quite frankly, and the people that work within that, and as well as the other students and everything along those lines. As you mentioned, I have my brother as well. We all have children in the St. Vrain Valley School Districts now, so it's kind of come full circle for us a little bit. And it's amazing. I'm seeing the same things that I experienced as a student, I'm seeing now with the teachers and administrators and staff that are part of my children's life. So just so thankful for those opportunities that I was given, so thankful for the opportunities that my children are given. And being a part of the district as well as the Education Foundation has really just given us a platform to give back in any way that we can. And quite frankly, it's just it's really rewarding to see how our support has built up over the years, and has been able to accomplish some really cool things within both those organizations. So it's a really exciting opportunity, one that we're excited to continue for a long time to come. And really, at this point, it's just so thankful for what we were able to grow up in, and trying to get back to that now at this time has been humbling and exciting, and just something we're really excited to look back on what we've accomplished to this point, but also look forward to what we can accomplish with both organizations going forward.
I do want to say to everyone, just remember April 23rd, which is a Friday, we'll be streaming our virtual tribute to teachers. That's at 6:30 p.m. Again, go to tributelive.org, tributelive.org, or catch us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel for that. We've kept everything secret about who the teacher of the year is for each of our schools, and also for the district. And I also want to say thank you to the community for submitting nominations for our teachers. We had over 900 nominations, which is a 50% increase over last year. And last year we had a 50% increase. And I think that just spells what our community is all about for our teachers and for our community in general. So thank you, everyone. Again, April 23rd, Friday at 6:30 p.m. at tributelive.org. I want to thank my guest, Clint Stapp, for joining me today. And we will see you all on the other side. Thank you, and have a great day.